Hi, I'm Tom Malinowski, middle school librarian for Glen Ellen Public Library. Welcome to Chopped Challenge. Inspired by the reality show on the Food Network. 4 contestants over 3 rounds are asked to make either an appetizer, entree, or dessert, and they're given 4 weird ingredients from the mystery basket. Or mystery ingredients just from the basket. They could be, oh my gosh, peanut brittle, oyster sauce, chocolates, yams. Weird things that you wouldn't think could be created, but it is amazing of their creativity and ingenuity what they come up with. Now, if someone were to pick 4 random ingredients, give them to me, could I cook something? Most likely not. I am not that creative in the kitchen. I can cook some basic things. So I tailored this for me, but also to tailor towards you. I made mac and cheese. Okay, there are different varieties of mac and cheese. I decided to just pick with this, so this is the powdered cheese. I'm sure we can have a healthy debate on what is the best mac and cheese. Whatever works for you. This, a different brand, the creamy stuff. There's vegan mac and cheese. If you do not like cheese, totally okay. Make a different pasta and use a different sauce. So I made a bunch of this, and there are 5 varieties that you will see what I created. Mac and cheese I usually have plain. How can I spice it up? So I did with weird ingredients that you probably wouldn't think of, that I didn't think of. Okay, here we go. One more thing, always safety first. So I was in the kitchen, you'll be in the kitchen. Make sure you have the right utensils. Go slowly. There's no rush. Make sure, because we're gonna use the stove and the oven. Make sure you have pot holders or whatever you need to make sure that you have a safe time. And I can't stress, okay, the ingredients that I use, if you don't like any of them, then please don't use them. I never want to force anyone to eat something that they don't like or are allergic to. If you're allergic to any of the foods that I use, do not use them. And I will use meat. If you're not a meat eater, I respect that. Use something else. All right. Now let's get to it. The first thing we need to do is prepare. So kitchen counters need to be clean and ready so we can put stuff ready to chop. And this, let's see how my counters look. Oh boy. Okay, this will not do. I need to change all this right now. All right, much better. I can't stress cleaning up the place so we can put plates to do some chopping, and a good counter space is just gonna be so much better when you're cooking. Woohoo! Okay, let's get to it. I will not bore you with the details and instructions on how to make mac and cheese. The details are on the box. But I will triple the amount because I'll be adding multiple things to different mac and cheeses. Remember, I'm using just the same mac and cheese as the constant. Even though there are different varieties of mac and cheese, I'm just using the same kind. Here we go. Boiling water. And watching it doesn't make it go faster. Yeah, okay, I added in the milk, butter, and the powdered cheese. And I know powdered cheese isn't for everyone, but this is just the way that I make mac and cheese, you can use that Velveeta one. Or even if you do the microwavable one, that is fine. Let's just stir this up.
And like a good cook, should always taste just to make sure. If it needs pepper or salt, or if you like to add anything else to it, go ahead. Let's see how this is. Tastes fine. Do you think it could be more cheesy? Sure. Add Parmesan cheese or any other kind of cheese that you like. Okay, maybe just one more. Okay, I'm gonna set this aside.
First up, okay, what are we gonna add to the mac and cheese? Green pepper and mushrooms. If you want to know exactly what these are, organic. How the heck do you say that? Biologique. Great. Now, you're going to definitely use, so there's my mac and cheese. This is just, so it's just me that's going to be eating this. So I'm just going to use a little bit for the taste test because I'm going to add more stuff. So you determine how much green pepper, how much mushrooms to use. So I'm probably going to use maybe just a quarter of the pepper, and then yeah, I'll use that many mushrooms. Sure. So I'm going to chop it up. Bop, 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 bop. Okay, chopped. I like to use olive oil. You can use whatever you want. Pam, butter, soy sauce, whatever you want. But I'm just gonna put I'm gonna put the peppers and mushrooms in there. Okay, question. How long am I gonna have this in the pan? Not terribly long, but not terribly short either. I'm gonna say a couple minutes. Until the mushrooms are just darker, right? And yes, could I have just cut these up and put them in raw with the mac and cheese? Of course. But for this I'm just gonna put it in the pan. Okay. I don't want to block the lighting. Okay. Peppers and mushrooms done. Let's add some. I've actually never. This is for real. I've never had peppers and mushrooms to mac and cheese. Why not? Okay, let's see how it is. Ooh, it's hot. I can definitely smell those peppers are those green peppers are coming through. Okay, that one was. This is okay. I can't taste the mushroom too much. Not bad. This is okay. One more. Maybe I should cook the peppers a little bit more. I mean, it's a little bit crunchy, which is fine. Which you wouldn't expect when you're eating mac and cheese, depending on what you put in it. Yeah, that one was okay. On to the next one. Oh boy, here. Okay, let's. Last time we used two ingredients. Let's use 3: cauliflower, squash, and a white onion. Woo! Okay, but remember, it's just me eating this, and I'm just gonna eat a little bit, so I'm not gonna use all of it. So maybe just a little bit of the squash. A little bit of the cauliflower. Probably, yeah, not even a quarter of the onion. But remember, you pick how much portions you want depending on how much mac and cheese you're going to eat. Is it just for you? Is it for you and a friend? You and your family? So that depends on you. Here we go. Oh my goodness. Okay, I probably cut up way too much just to do a sample test. But that is A-okay. This is not a mistake because I will eat this eventually. But yeah, I don't need this much just for a taste test. But okay, all chopped up. And always remember, be careful with sharp objects. Always cut. You're not in a hurry. Cut slowly, carefully. Yes. While that is moving along, I already cleaned the counter. Yes. Wipe the counter. Clean this. There's no point in just making all this mess just add up. Be efficient. Be careful. Okay, with this, you know what? I'm going to add some, you know what? Why not? That was a little bit more than a splash, but sometimes maybe 2 splashes. Sure, soy sauce. Let's give it a whirl. Okay. Woohoo! Oh, I probably should. I'm using the same spoon. I thought I would. That is A-okay. Okay, this smells really good. Again, so it's squash, onion, cauliflower. What am I smelling mostly? I don't know. It just smells really good. Okay. Could have probably cut up the cauliflower a little bit better. Yeah. You know, the onion is coming through. Love onions. This is a good combo. I don't know what made me, seriously, I don't know what made me think of those 3. This is good. One more? That one was, okay, this has more cauliflower. Another substitution, why not try broccoli? But cauliflower? Okay, yeah, that one I dig. I'm gonna have to remember this one. What's next? Oh my goodness, Tom, what are you doing now? Oh. Breakfast sausage links and a tomato? Slight mishap. Fire alarm went off. It happens. So the proper ventilation, the sausage is just smoking a lot. There we go. Well, it is. Let me turn it back on. And what I have, well, because my apartment is, I have set up a fan. Okay, so it is, it is blowing. That should be fine. I'm hoping. Safety first. Okay, I cut up the tomatoes. So that was a small tomato. You saw. So I'm just gonna add this to the sausage. Okay. Yeah, sausage and tomato. Now you're probably thinking, what? Sausage and tomato? With cheese? But what have you eaten with sausage, tomato, and cheese? A pizza. And yes, I know this isn't quite the same sausage, but why not breakfast sausage? So yeah, this is pizza macaroni, pizza mac and cheese. I don't know. Why not? Let's give this a whirl. Making sure I get tomato, sausage, and the cheese for the full effect. Oh, that is divine. Well, that breakfast sausage is coming through. If you are a vegetarian, of course, don't use meat. Use soy,
use something else. Or if you don't like sausage, use ham instead. This is just me. So I am an omnivore, but I respect your choices on what you eat. This is good. Yeah, so I decided to make, well, in the pan, I made the sausage first, so that could cook well, and then I added the tomatoes. But this is good. I've never done, again, this is new. Sausage and tomato with mac and cheese, sure. Pretty good. What? What is next? Chips and goldfish crackers? You gotta be kidding. Nope. Let's do something with this. I put both the potato chips and the goldfish crackers in a bag, in a Ziploc bag. Now I'm just... oh, this is such a nice tactile activity. So I'm just crunching. And yes, I know if I had a rolling pin, I could beat the heck out of this. Yes, I could use a hammer. I have a feeling if I did, I would probably maybe use it a little bit too much and it would break through the plastic and then the hammer's gonna get all gross and yucky. So this is just fine. Yeah. Okay, I'll work on this. I just turned on the oven. I put it to 350. And then, okay. As I suspected, okay, well, yes, because when I was filming earlier, I was using only one hand. When I was done, I was using two. This went faster. But I did break the bag a little bit. So it's not super fine. I mean, I'd say that's close enough. If you want it finer, well then smash the heck out of it. But I have a feeling if I did this, I don't know, it's just gonna go everywhere. Okay, that's enough. Now, okay, I have this little dish. Okay, I put just enough mac and cheese, and now I'm gonna just put this on the top. Okay, yes, I know you can see still some of the goldfish crackers. That's fine, okay. So covered, yeah, pretty decent amount. Now I'm gonna put this in the oven. So I'm using the oven instead of the stove. Okay, the last three I used the stove. Put them all in the pan. This time oven. So this is tricky. How long should I cook this for? And why use 350? Earlier in the day I made pizza and I cooked it at 450. I figured, let me just do it at a lower temperature and it's in a small dish. If you were to use a casserole dish, that's a different size. I'll be honest, yeah, I do not know what temperature that you should put your oven. I don't know. Experiment. It can't hurt to... Am I flying on the seat of my pants? So, by the seat of my pants? What an interesting phrase. So, yeah. Sometimes when you cook, you do things on a whim, and why not? Sometimes you come up with the best creations without following any strict guidelines. And I know that can be like, well, what are the ingredients? What are the steps? Hey, sometimes life does not come with instructions, and sometimes cooking doesn't either. Baking too. Since I'm using the oven, am I baking? So I'm gonna watch this constantly. I'm gonna put a timer for maybe 5 minutes. Okay, I let this bake for 15 minutes. 15 minutes at 350. I can really smell the barbecue from the barbecue chips. Let's give this a whirl. I love saying that. Let's give this a whirl. Let's give it a try. This is still, this is hot. Again, so baked for 15 minutes. With barbecue potato chips and goldfish crackers. on top. It's okay. Why is it okay? I think it dried it out. Maybe if the mac and cheese was fresher, meaning so it's been in the pot for a little bit, it just seems dry. But also, it's goldfish crackers and potato chips. Maybe, because most things when you think of breadcrumbs to put on for casseroles, for something like this. I did read something online about using breadcrumbs and goldfish crackers. But I decided, like, oh, let me just use potato chips. Yeah, it's just okay, but it's a little dry. What can make this not so dry? If you know, let me know. One last one. Okay, this one's an easy one. Okay, let's say you want bacon, but you don't want to make it. You made your mac and cheese and like, oh, I don't want to have to make bacon. You know what I haven't had in a while? Bacon pieces. So this is not real bacon, but it sure tastes like it. If you think this is gross, I will respect that. I don't think this is gross. And there's no meat in it. I mean, this is definitely going to give it some crunch. Yeah, it's fine. Salty, though. Yeah, this one's just okay. Gave it a try. Yeah, this belongs on salads. I mean, that's just my opinion. You give it a try.
Wow, done. 5 different varieties. Okay, to recap. That pepper and green peppers and mushrooms, that was okay. I think I could have cooked the green peppers more. I think that flavor was a little bit too much. The squash, onion, and cauliflower, that was good. I was very surprised. The third one, okay, the sausage and tomato, that was good. Oh, then the baked, okay, using potato chips and goldfish, a little too dry, too much. Not the best. Then last one, the bacon pieces, which is not real bacon. Maybe using real bacon would have been better, possibly. But yeah, that was not the best. So, essentially, I want this to inspire you. Any meals that you're used to, add something. Add 2 things. Add 3 things. Maybe take 1 thing away. I want this to be a diving board so you can explore just different options when it comes to making a meal. Change it up. That phrase, variety is the spice of life, it really is. If you come up with something so you can do what I did, use mac and cheese, or any kind of meal, the sky is the limit. And if you come up with something, please do let me know. Take care, be safe, and I'll see you next time.